What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, it's your... Finish that, man, finish that. I'm back with another video, man. And today we are turning it a bit down a notch compared to our previous video. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to check it out, man. Make sure to check it out. Welcome to the second episode of Learning with the Masters. If you are new to the channel, this is a segment of our channel whereby we educate our audience by presenting them topics which we think might be of interest to you guys, whichever topics which we think might be of interest to you. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Before we get into the video, I'm giving you time to subscribe.
12 seconds later.
Hey, sorry for keeping you waiting because there are still others who haven't subscribed.
2,000 years later.
Since that's over and done with, let's get into the video.
Turn up.
Let me begin by saying that the information I'm about to give you is just the things that worked for me. By any means not an expert in this field at all. I'm not a psychologist, a psychiatrist, therapist, or any of those. I'm just giving you tips that I used that helped me cope with the anxiety and the depression that I had, that I'm going through due to this pandemic, because it's been difficult for all of us. This is something we've never dealt with. So I thought it's best I give you the information to disseminate. To disseminate and see if it could help you to cope a little better with what's going on. First of all, let's try to define these terms, because I think you might have an idea of what anxiety means and what depression means, but you don't have the detailed terms what it means. So let me read it from Teacher Google. To begin with, anxiety. Definition of anxiety: a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. I think it's self-explanatory. I think it's loud and clear. But in terms of Setswana, how can I put it? Maikutlo a tshwenyego a dirang gore o nne mo seemong sa go sa iketla, go dirwa ke bokamoso bo bo sa bokamoso jo bo seng clear. Hey, what's yo, that was difficult. But I tried, man, yes. I think you do understand. Now let's try to define what depression is. Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. Depression ke maikutlo a dirang gore o ikutlwe botlhoko e telele e dirang gore ebile o ska nna le kgatlhego. Yo, I think I did my best, guys. But combined with your assumption of what depression is and combined with the definitions I just gave you, I think together it makes sense. First of all, I'd like to tell you that feeling anxious and being depressed, guys, normal. It's nothing new. It's nothing that you should worry too much about, because it's normal. It's normal to be depressed. It's normal to be anxious. It's normal. That's the first thing you need to understand. One thing we should be cautious about is we shouldn't worry too much and panic and be like, what not. No. Keep calm and know that the feelings that you are going through are part and parcel of life. There's nothing new about it. You see, the fourth tip, because I'm taking descending. Descending. Yeah. The fourth tip I have for you is distance yourself from social media, guys. Try by all means to distance yourself from social media. We understand how social media is a powerful tool to connect people, and how social media is one of the biggest marketing tools out there. We know the merits of social media, we get it, we know. But one thing we should understand is there's a lot of nonsense on social media, misleading information on social media, guys. Phew, there is. Another thing bad about social media is that it wastes a lot of your time or time you'll never get. Scrolling, seeing people's pictures, post, whatever it is. We are just wasting your time. Social media just takes up a lot of your time. You go to bed, the last thing you do is check your phone. You wake up, the first thing you do is check your phone. During the day, you check your phone. Like, guys, how much of social media do you need in a daily basis? Wow, how much, you see? So you need to reduce the intake of social media. Lastly, social media makes you envy other people. No lie. You start to envy, you start to compare yourself with other people. What I did to distance myself from social media is that I turned off the notifications of my phone. I turned off notifications from Instagram. I turned off notifications from WhatsApp. Turned it off from Twitter also. Yes, those are the 3 apps that I think I was using, a lot of them. I think every phone you can turn off the notifications. You see, the reason why I did that is because I wanted to be in charge of me logging into these apps, opening these apps and checking my DMs, checking the post, what's going on. Not to be induced and enticed by a notification. Ding, then get by you. Ding, get by you. Ding, you see. So now it puts you in charge of whenever. Now it puts you in charge of how often, when, and what's not what's on social media. You see, it puts the control in your hands, which you actually need. Yeah. Point number 3, have a routine, guys. Set up a routine that you can do on a daily basis, because our routines were disrupted whenever this thing started. Like your morning routine got affected, like your life got affected drastically. We both know that. So try by all means to have a routine. One thing I did, I go to bed between 12 and 1. That's like, and every day I make sure I go to bed between 12 and 1. After that time, you can never find me awake at those times. And I wake up at 9 a.m. in the morning. That's a routine that I began because of this pandemic. Also, I started working out, man. I was already working out, but home workouts were never for me. I never loved home workouts. Home workouts are just boring as hell. They're not progressive. They're like shit. So I started a home workout. I exercise, I jog, you see. We know the benefits of exercising, you see. So include that in your routine. I'm not going to get into the benefits and the nitty-gritties of exercising, because we have come across that information a lot of times. Try by all means to just allocate 20-30 minutes to exercise on a daily basis. I think that will go a long way. Point number 2 is reach out. It's contradictory to the first point, which was distance yourself from social media. This one, Gary, reach out to other people, because we haven't seen our friends, we haven't seen our colleagues, our acquaintances in a long time, and we do miss them. We do that. So try to communicate with them on a regular basis. The thing that I suggest you should do is use video call, because video call is much more efficient than DMs. Yeah, we know the difference between the two. I mean, through video call you get to see the person's face, like those non-verbal cues are present, and communication is much more effective. You get feedback right there and then. So reach out to people, but try to regulate it as much as possible. Don't just go to talk to everyone and whatnot, because we know that a lot of people in our content, like you are not that close to them, so you shouldn't just go to anyone else and just tell them how you're feeling, what's up here, or this, what's going on, or not. Nah, that's not the case. Just talk to people whom you regularly talk to. One thing I'd like to add is that family members are like the easiest people to talk to and the closest ones you could communicate with about what's going on, but it's not necessarily easy for a lot of us. You can just go to your family and just tell them, hey, especially bagolo. If you have to tell bagolo, hey, I'm depressed, I'm stress, anxious, or willing, hey, wait, what do you know about depression? What do you know about stress? Like, those are like the last people you can communicate with about your feelings. But so you cannot talk to them about how you're feeling. So reach out to those people whom you can give such information about your feelings and whatnot, whom you trust, and just have normal conversations. Yes. Point number 1, change your New Year's Eve resolutions to quarantine /lockdown resolutions. You get, because we know that at the beginning of the year, the New Year's Eve resolutions that we'd like to begin and we'd like to, but because we are busy with a lot of things that's going on in our lives, sometimes you don't get the opportunity and time to do them. But since this lockdown, you have a lot of time. Be it those pair of jeans that you bought in December and now you want to exercise to defeat it. This is the time. Be it that 6-pack that you've always wanted, this is the time to do it. Be it that book that you had always wanted to read but you never got the opportunity. Be it business plan. Business plan. If you have always wanted to do your business plan and finalize it or come up with it, this is the time. Market research for your business, this is the time to do it. You see, just do the things that you never got the opportunity to do them. Learn a new skill, learn a new language. This is the opportunity, guys, so use it wisely. That brings us to the end of the video. I hope it was informative. I hope you grasped a little bit of tips nyana to input nyana and learn from. So these are the things that I did hella to help myself cope with the situation. Like I said before, I'm not an expert in this. I'm just a business student, but I don't know much about these things, you see, but they helped me. Hopefully they'll be able to help you. If you have suggestions for future videos, put them down in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for our future videos. Thank you for watching. See you later. Deuces.
I'm a slip, I'm a slide, I'm a sip it when inside. So divine, never dry. Girl, you make me come alive. I say fee, I say five, booty four, it's the giant. I go